later determined that he had actually been beaten to death. Redditors have argued that Alan Ross, aka Fish, actually suffered mental disabilities, making this case even more heartbreaking and senseless. 800 members seemed pretty proud of Fish, despite him seemingly not being much of a threat in the street.
So you proud of beating a special needs kid?
These exotic boys, smoke exotic ops. You ain't heard about murder boys, we got exotic glocks. Tied to pull up real fast, with a lot of shots. Bitch, I'm feeling just like Mac, I got a lot of guap.
Mula gang, what down? This your boy Mac Mula, aka Mr. Mula. Mac, I'm back with another video. Y'all know how we rockin', man. Clout stock. Keep the cash in my pocket, man. Listen, check it out. We finna jump right into this video. That boy Trap Lord Ross been giving us them bids on bro Gray. So I'm rocking with it on bro. This today we covering the gang 800. So let's just see. Y'all know 800, one of the most hated gangs out Chicago on bro. Really just a lot of crash outs. But we finna tap
Following
into it.
this slew of tragedies, 800 begun getting more and more active in the streets, with stories circulating about the crew having infamous outs with people who would go on to become legends in Chicago drill music. In 2013, a beef would break out between members of 800 and a group of gangster disciples from 63rd and St. Lawrence. And Big Mike from 800 would seemingly up one of the most famous members' homes, FBG Duck.
Oh, he's Duck
Mike
crib?
taunting Duck on Twitter, claiming that he
Stop
had done
flexing,
nothing to retaliate
nigga, motherfuckers been through your crib and you still ain't want to turn up. Damn. You through a nigga crib and came and told on yourself? Violation.
800 Boss Smooth would also join in, taunting FBG Duck and saying,
"Boy, and old head, we up your crib, made you move, and you was still trying to be cool. You not about that life, little duck."
that they made him move after up his house.
Who wouldn't move though? Like people be trying to say that like it's a badge of honor. You my crib, which I had no control over. It ain't like you came knock on the door, like bring that nigga Duck out here. You didn't do that, bro. You blicked up my crib from outside. I didn't even know who you was, who it was, what happened, and I moved my shit. That's a smart man, smart nigga. What the hell?
However, these brazen acts would not go unpunished in the streets, and it's alleged that members from St. Lawrence quickly retaliated by Big Mike in his legs, resulting in him being paralyzed and having to use a wheelchair to this day.
Now you paralyzed.
FBG Duck would even himself reply to Boss Smooth,
y'all really think the ops up Big Mike, huh?
That it was the GDs from St. Lawrence and 63rd that were directly behind paralyzing Big Mike. However, Boss Smooth would merch it on Diddy
credit for shit they ain't do on Diddy. I'm done. You a goofy. You know y'all can't say shit. Y'all never turn up with us, gang. It's like you got first place, second place, third place, and then everybody else, right? So it's like a nigga in 10th place and a nigga in 11th place arguing about who lost the worst. You get what I'm saying? We up your crib. Y'all ain't do that. Y'all paralyzed. My homie paralyzed, but y'all ain't do it though. Like what, nigga? This is why you stay your stupid ass off of Instagram, Twitter.
Was a different.
It's been 11 years, niggas still doing the same dumb shit.
The shooting was actually carried out by another set called TYMB, who may well have actually been responsible for the paralyzing of Big Mike. Regardless, the exact cause of this injury would indeed remain a mystery, and despite having feuds with numerous dangerous street gangs in their area, 800 would continue to dish out violence themselves. 2013 was the year that 800 began their spree of violence, leading to a savage reputation, with everything kicking off after a brutal altercation with a member of Mac Creek, the same gang who had Tommy in 2009. On September the 9th, 2013, a man named Alan Ross, known in the streets as Fish from Mac Creek, was found laying in a grass patch in Washington Park at 6 AM. Initially, it was thought he died from a bullet wound to the back of his head. However, the medical examiner would later determine that he had actually been beaten to death. Redditors have argued that Alan Ross, aka Fish, actually suffered mental disabilities, making this case even more heartbreaking and senseless.
Yeah, mental disability.
Users of the Chicago drill community Chiracology would actually cite this as 800's first revenge killing against Mac Creek. One popular rumor is that Fish was actually murdered over a mere $5 debt by an 800 member called Pyro, along with 3 other men. 800 members seemed pretty proud of Fish, despite him seemingly not being much of a threat in the street.
So you proud of a special needs kid?
Boss Smooth would later rap on his scathing diss track 61 Dead Ops, "We don't do no fighting, end up like Fish." However, the 800 member rumoured to be responsible, Pyro, just 3 years later, in late May 2016, would suffer a brutal ending in scarily similar circumstances to what happened to Fish.
So they got some get back type shit.
Pyro, real name Kevin Larry, was in Washington Park, the very same park where Fish was
It's a big park, by the way.
With members from another gang called MOB when a dispute over a bet heated up. An MOB member by the name of Domo would reportedly Pyro several times, leaving him.
Pause. Listen, I have a mentorship called the Mula membership where I'm going to teach you how to get rich with business, YouTube, crypto, stocks, financial literacy, credit, every single way. Now, I became a millionaire by the time I was 23 years old. I'm going to teach you step by step for only $50. Click the first link in the description right now and get added to my group chat where I'm going to give you one-on-one help to make sure you get rich in 2024. Click it right now. Stop tweaking because we got very, very, very limited spots and I don't want you to miss this bag.
Now, before this murder, 800 and MOB were apparently on good terms, and Pyro himself had even been pictured with some of their members. No suspects were charged in the following 2 weeks after Pyro's death. However, in a shocking turn of events, MOB Domo would be arrested immediately after holding a press conference, due to the fact that he was seeking $15 million in compensation from the Chicago police after being shot in the back by an officer while running away. A crazy incident which was even caught on camera.
He was running away, the police in the back. Yeah, you gonna get some money for that. They ain't supposed to do that.
And the news would actually report that while Domo was literally waiting for an Uber after his press conference, the police would pull up and arrest him for the murder of Pyro.
So really he had a press conference and the police came and got his ass while you waiting for the Uber.
That's with the Chicago police.
For sure.
Domo was later sentenced to 50 years to life in prison for the murder of Pyro. Now, he would later appeal part of his charges with an updated projected parole date of 2066. Prominent member...
This is what I tell niggas. The streets are DEAD. That nigga is not projected. That means it might happen on May 24th, 2066. Nigga is 20. I had to check again just to make sure I wasn't tweaking. It's 2024. Shorty, that is 42 years. I will be 67 years old. That's 10 more presidents. By the time this get out, this gonna get out of jail and it's gonna be flying cars, teleportation devices, gonna be living on Mars. Like, gang, you tweaking over what? Over what? Some little petty shit. Y'all talking about y'all the other nigga over $5? $5? Man.
But 800 Lil Fats would express his sadness after Domo received his monster sentence, as 800 members likely planned on killing him in retaliation, something which would be made much harder by him doing life in jail. Pyro's murder would cause a major split between the gang's MOB and 800, sparking a war that would later see a notable MOB member's funeral being shut up. But this was far from the only time that 800 had severed their ties with massive gangs in their area. On September the 6th, 2015, 800 members would be involved in an infamous shooting at a block party. Another gang called Jaro City was said to be having a party with another gang called Taekwondo World in 800's territory. So, at around 1 AM, 800 members approached them and began arguing before a fight broke out, ultimately ending in a shootout. During the crossfire, a 20-year-old woman with ties to Jaro City by the name of Booby would end up being later in hospital.
Stupid.
Booby, the girlfriend.
And I hate you. I used to hate when niggas... Boy, you can't have no party over here. This our hood. This our hood. Gang, I got... Come on, bro. Like, what the f*** are you talking about? What are you talking about? You gotta check in over here first. Like, bro, shut your bitch ass up.
800 founder Lil Boo, who also in 2015. Now, these two areas had a pretty historic and serious beef, and Bite Down from 600 would brutally mock her death on Twitter. People on Reddit would speculate on the circumstances surrounding her, suggesting that she had indeed been by 800 members in the crossfire of that.
Crossfire from 800.
Fast forward to 2018, and 800 were into it with pretty much all of the blocks surrounding them. Even their alliance with 051 Young Money would collapse after 051 linked up with TYMB, ending the alliance between 800 and Young Money. 800 would have the largest grudge against one gang in particular, MOB. Pyro was clearly beloved by his hood, even being memorialized in music. One example being Boss Move's Pyro-style series of songs, or surviving gang members constantly using the phrase on Pyro. So, 800 members would reportedly be looking for their revenge on rivals from MOB, with this grudge making the gang prime suspects in one of Chicago's most infamous shootings.
Infamous Dusky's funeral. Oh, I think I heard about this.
October 2018.
This is my birthday. Ain't that crazy? October 9th, that's my birthday. This day I turned, how old was I? 20. I turned 20 on this day.
Dusky, rap name Dusky the Man, was murdered, allegedly, by 600 members. The following day, MOB members would retaliate a 600 member by the name of Waldo.
Oh, shit.
Intense speculation on the Chiracology subreddit that this was indeed a revenge.
Right.
MOB likely felt at this point that they had avenged their fallen brother. However, Dusky's funeral was set to be held on October the 22nd.
Okay.
And this is when that funeral would be tragically up by numerous people.
Oh, that's when Wooski got hit in the head.
One being the most serious. One of these men was in the head.
Yeah.
And this person turned out to
that
be
was Dusky's funeral.
Gangster disciple from St. Lawrence and Eberhard Avenue. Many rumors would spread after the shooting, debating exactly who it was who could have been responsible, as Wooski, MOB, and the GDs from 63rd and St. Lawrence had a lot of enemies in Chicago.
Yeah,
Many have theorized that the were actually O-Block and or 600 members who would up the funeral as revenge for Waldo, with King Von from O-Block himself dropping numerous songs referencing the funeral shooting, like the track Grandson for President, where he references the shooting of Wooski, rapping, "I've been stuff for too long, it's like I'm a veteran, Wooski got shot, now he taking medicine, but anyway, GDK." Or on the song Back Again, where he raps that he might slide to funerals and up everybody outside. However, many believe that it was actually 800 that might have been behind the funeral shooting, and much like O-Block's rappers, 800 members would leave many clues in their music relating to the shooting. 800 Fats would rap in his song Do Some, "You know I'm gripping my toolie, run up on him, have him looking like Wooski, slide to the funeral, and that's a movie." And on the track Head Tap, Fats would also rap "Up the Glock, quick head tap, now he looking Wooski slow." However, Lil Fats may not have been involved in the actual shooting, as police recordings from the day of the incident apparently labelled all the alleged shooters as having short dreads, and other 800 members could well match this description, as has been theorised on Reddit. But regardless, it seems 800 was celebrating the shooting that had happened, and shooting up this funeral is already an insane thing to do, but
that's
dark
crazy.
and violence-fueled as 800's history is, nobody could have predicted the rampage that two of their members carried out in 2021, when in just one dark day, 4 people were shot, 3 people were killed in the streets of Chicago.
That's when they dumbass tried to rob a fucking armor truck. Like 2-3 niggas ain't getting no money. Then went home. Folks killed his homie. Then that got locked up. That was some stupid ass shit. One thing about it, gang, I'ma say, all this street shit be stupid. Don't get me wrong, but 800, the gang 800, I've heard some of the most goofiest, slowest stories on this YouTube from 800. You got one nigga, the Fats nigga, he got linking up with a nigga on Reddit on live to get into a out. Talking about let's play team match. What? You got the same nigga killing innocent people and trying to rob armor trucks like this GTA 7. Like, gang, what the is wrong with you? Like, it just be slow shit. Slow shit.